These proceedings
Okay,
are
it's
being
live now.
Whoops.
Yeah, I see it.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held January 14th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, are there any guests concerning county business at this time?
I would remind everyone to make sure your mic is green. You should see a bright green light.
Hearing none, we'll move on.
Report of executive sessions held.
There was an executive session held on 1/18/21 at 9 a.m. for personnel, one at 3 p.m. on the same day, personnel. January 20th, 2021, 9 a.m. personnel, and again at 10:30 a.m. for personnel reasons.
Department reports, the budget transfers.
Move to approve.
Second. Sorry about that.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes,
There are no supplemental appropriations. Approval of check numbers 218308 through 218, reading the wrong one. Approval of payroll check numbers 73067 through 73093, and direct deposit check numbers 6026895 through 6027303 for the payroll paid through the payroll fund checking account for all county funds totaling $592,814.06. This is the payroll dated January 15th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
yes.
Somewhere. He said he might just.
Can I remind everyone to please mute their mics? Thank you.
Approval of check numbers 218308 through 218487 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $926,982.14.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes,
The treasurer's report.
Move to approve.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The personnel report.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes.
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Agricultural easement program for adoption and execution. The resolution and certification of county match funds for the 2021 Agricultural Conservation Easement Purchase Program to be submitted to the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture, totaling $26,461.
Move to adopt and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes,
Bid award for approval. A recommendation was received from the purchasing manager to award the contract to the sole bidder, Liberty Oil of Lehighton, Pennsylvania, for number 2 fuel oil and off-road diesel fuel delivery to various county locations. The fixed cost profit will be 0.4969 cents per gallon above the published Scranton OPIS price on the date of delivery. Term will commence on February 1, 2021 and terminate on December 31st, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Boards and authorities, environmental education reappointment, 2-year terms to expire December 31st, 2022. David Hawk of Lehighton, Barbara Fogel of Jim Thorpe, and Dr. Carl Frankel of Hazelton.
Move to reappoint.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Children and Youth for approval and execution. Fiscal year 2020-2021 purchase of service in-home provider agreements were submitted with the providers as listed and as per the attached rates.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
For approval and execution, an addendum to extend the rates of the 2019-2020 purchase of service agreement for 180 days from the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2020, or until finalization of the fiscal year 2020-2021 contract with Cornell Abraxas Group Incorporated of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Communications 911 for approval and execution, the statewide interconnectivity grant in the amount of $165,730.23 from the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency for the projects as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Atlanta MATP for approval and execution. The 2020-2021 second quarter MATP report for submission to the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services as prepared by Lanta.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Planning and Development for approval and execution. Change order number 1, extending the completion date to the contract with Pioneer Construction Company Incorporated of Honesdale, Pennsylvania for water and sewer improvements, Church Alley, Pine Avenue to Packer Hill Avenue, fiscal years 2017, 2018, and 2019, due to freeze concerns with construction during the winter months. The new contract deadline will be June 30th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Solicitor's report?
Thank you. Green determination for approval, authorized termination of the advantage service agreement with Gaia Communications for the sound systems in accordance number 1, number 2, and number 3 for the term January 1, 2021 through December 31, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The parking ordinance, we had enacted the parking ordinance some time ago and with the indication that the effective date would be established. So the proposed motion is for approval to authorize the enactment of the ordinance 2020-02, the parking ordinance with the effective date January 22nd, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Proclamation for adoption, a proclamation recognizing January 24 to 30th, 2021 as School Choice Week in Carbon County.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Tax assessment for approval and payment. Communication received from tax assessment verifying the following taxpayers are due a refund of county real estate taxes. Property in Jim Thorpe Borough, Wayne and Sarah Smith. The taxpayers requesting a refund due to Board of Appeals decision. So the total refund of county taxes due is $225.29.
Move to approve and pay.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Also from the assessment office, request for refund by Joseph and Kathleen Reese of Lehigh Township. The requested refund is due to a double payment of the county tax. The refund due is $722.70.
Move the refund.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Nothing further.
Any further business? Hearing none. Mr. Honor?
None at this time.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, I'll mention a couple things. First and foremost, I think many of us know that the Lehigh River is one of 5 nominees. There's 3 creeks, and 2 rivers that have been nominated for the PA River of the Year. So I would ask that Carbon County residents and those who use the Lehigh River over its more than 100 miles as it winds its way through northeastern central into the Delaware River, consider going to PARiveroftheyear.org and vote for the Lehigh River as the 2021 River of the Year. I think we recognize also that the Lehigh River, since Carbon County's founding in 1843, has evolved from enabling the Industrial Revolution to really one of the pillars we have of tourism and our economy, in addition to being a hub for recreation for county residents. So I invite everyone to PARiveroftheyear.org, and I'd also invite those New Yorkers who would like our water and those residents of New Jersey who are up here every weekend leveraging our natural beauty to go and vote for the Lehigh River. I want to note that up until 29 January, there is a vacancy announcement on the carboncounty.com website for Assistant Director of Elections. And I would ask those individuals who might have interest in that position to review the vacancy announcement and apply for that critical position that was just approved at the annual salary board. That's all I have.
I would like to report on CCAP on their priority release that they did on Tuesday afternoon. Their top priorities for the year that they're going to pursue, not to say that there's many other issues that we deal with on a daily basis, but these are some of the things that are a higher priority right now, such as I'll only go over one of them in any detail, but it is election reform, broadband expansion, emergency medical services, crisis solutions, and the shortage of emergency service personnel, and the travel time and the time till we have emergency service delivery or medical people on the ground or at the scene. We want to protect the funding for our county human services, such as aging, children and youth, and many other human services programs. And we're looking for increased funding for our mental health. And the people that do our mental health is the Carbon Monroe Pike Mental Health Developmental Service Joiner Board, which consists of Carbon, Monroe, and Pike counties. And budgets are well over $100 million between health choices and the services that they provide. So, and especially right now, the mental health issue is we're seeing more and more of it, not only in the prisons, and the prisons is another story where a lot of the people in there are there because of mental health reasons. So we need to be more active in that. But as far as the elections, there's a lot of issues and things that are out there that should be addressed. And what we're asking of the state legislators, we did this release by Zoom this year. Normally we go to the Capitol and we meet with the previous county commissioners that moved on to the House and to the Senate, and tell our story on our priorities for the year, because those people, if any, understand the workings of counties more than those who never served in a county capacity. So our priorities and what we talked about, we then had the release. And as far as elections, the biggest thing is, or two biggest things in particular, are the extending of the pre-canvassing period for mail-in and absentee ballots. As we saw in the presidential election this year, it took almost a week until we had a final count. And if people want the returns and want to know who is winning the elections, we need 3 days. Now, the issue with pre-canvassing, of course, is the security and how we're going to secure the tally of the votes as they come in. And so that is a big issue, and we're working on security issues and talking to our legislators on how we can accomplish that. We want to move back the deadline for the absentee and mail-in ballot applications. It was moved to 7 days or 1 week prior to the election. That puts a huge burden on our election staff, and takes a lot of time to prepare it. If we get, and it's possible we get several hundred, as in the past presidential election, at the last minute. And it takes time to process these things and to get these forms out to the people. And they have to then return it it has to occur in 7 days, and it's just too short of a period of time. We are asking the legislators to extend that back out to 15 days prior for the deadline. So we're convening, they want to convene a election law advisory board, and we want to ensure that the county commissioners and the election directors are at the table when we do this. We're the ones that deal with it on a daily basis. We're the ones that get all the phone calls on the election process. So we would certainly like to have a seat at that table. What we're asking at this time, and I want to stress this, these are the main issues to make the election go much smoother. There are other issues. I don't want to get into the signatures, the photo IDs, etc. And our fear is that this is what's going to tie up legislation. Look, let's deal with the immediate issues to make the process go so much smoother, because it is a problem for the counties and having enough manpower to see that all the ballots are in order and counted and double checked and make sure all the numbers match, etc. So we're asking our legislators to please, consider these at least before the primary election this year to make it a lot easier for the counties. So we are meeting with by Zoom, unfortunately, with our senators and legislators, the executive board and members of the CCAP, and talk on a one-to-one basis with the elected officials in Harrisburg and their staff. So we get as many in as we can, and we certainly hope we get their cooperation in making this process a lot easier.
And I just wanted to make a little bit of a comment on that. Most of the people, I think if it would give us a little bit longer a period of time, most of the people didn't think that their ballot was going to get there on time. And then it sort of backed us up, and then people kept them and brought them to the polls. And that's where it created a problem for us with all these provisionals. So I think with that more time, I'm hoping that they can work things out. And everybody thinks everything's illegal, but I think here in Carbon County, we did the best that we could, and hopefully they would cooperate with us.
I feel we also did in the elections office staff, as well as the other people that we had working down there, did an excellent job. Everything was secure, and like Mr. Arner said, the provisional ballots, and those are the things that confuse everything. When you have 11,000 applications for mail-ins, you only get 8,000 something. We got less than 9,000, I believe it was. But and then those people go to the polls, and I think the other big component we have to concentrate on is the education of the public on the process. So, okay, any other comments on? Nope. Okay, that's all I have for today. We do have another meeting this morning, so I'll adjourn the commissioners' meeting. Let's see, Mark is there. Computer screen is not working in front of me here, so okay. This time, you ready, Ben?
15 years. That's it for the longest time.
Okay, at this time, I'll call the monthly meeting of the retirement board to order. Turn the meeting over to Mark Severchek, Secretary Controller for Carbon County.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Could everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, and we have Ron on the line as well, right? Okay, let's first start with the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held December 17th of 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Sheehan? I think he's muted. Yes, okay.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Mr. Sverchek, yes. Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Are there any guests concerning retirement board business? Okay, hearing none. Report of executive sessions, we did not hold any. Next, we'll move to ratifying the warrant checks number 40649 to 40656 and direct deposit 7010383 to 7010774 for the month of December.
Move to ratify.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Sheehan? Thumbs up, okay. Mr. Svercek, yes. Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Next, for a retirement activity report, we had 2 retirement refunds, 2 retirements. And the ending balance as of 12/31/20 was 87,942,044. That was an all-time high. And I just wanted to make note and thank the recent retirees there, Teresa Karowicz and Dorinda Getz, for their service to the county. And especially Mrs. Getz's case, she served over 36 years to the county. So we thank her and Teresa and wish them a long and happy retirement. Also, with the portfolio valuation, we had an update from Marquette. As of last Friday, January 15th, we were at 88,792,317. I'm not sure if Sarah is on. Did she join us?
I don't see her. No, I don't think so, Mark.
No, and she's not waiting to come in or we see it.
She said she would be on with us. All right, next would be the cost of living adjustment proposal. We had talked about this in December, and I know I sent out information to the rest of the members about it. Are there any additional questions on it?
I don't know if we have the.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, are you there to hit, can you hit the chat? We just want to see if there's a message there from someone. You may have just run down to Ron.
I know somebody normally sends Sarah the Zoom invite. I'm not sure if she got it or not. But.
Technical difficulty with Ron's microphone, so we're good.
Yeah, so Sarah is not waiting.
He's not waiting.
Ron, you want me to get my two?
There's no one waiting. I just checked it. I can let them know over here.
You can fix my computer in front, screen in front of me. Okay.
All right, I sent Sarah a note. I don't know who normally sends her the link for the joining us.
I mean, it's the same commissioners scheduled calendar invite that we've been using, I think, for the past 6 weeks.
Okay. All right, I just sent her a note. Any event, did anyone have any additional questions on the cost of living adjustment proposal? It is 0.4%. It would be effective this month, January 2021. And our actuary Korn Ferry provided us with information as to the cost of that over a number of years. It's a very modest increase, and I would recommend that we approve that.
So is that a motion?
I'm sorry, I'm making the motion to approve it, yes.
Okay, I'll second it.
All right, Mr. Sheehan, thumbs up. Mr. Svercek, yes. Mr. Arner? Yes. Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
All right, thank you. I did not have any correspondence. Anything from our solicitor?
Nothing additional.
All right, thank you. And next was going to be Sarah, but apparently she's not on here.
I see you had on here will be available by teleconference if needed, so I know of no need at this point in time. If she's not on now, I'm sure she would have been on if she had a need to be on. Usually after the first of the year, she wouldn't come in until February or March for any of our meetings. So You being new, Mark, may not realize that, but they don't normally come in January. So-
Well, yeah, I understand that. I think with the Zoom meeting format, she was basically agreeing to kind of step in each month just on an as needed basis. If we would need her, she would be on the call. So not a big deal. Okay. The other thing under further business, just to give an update, I know she is working diligently on the custodian change from Bank of New York for the retirement fund to US Bank. I think that's almost completed, and we're supposed to be doing a teleconference, her and I, and US Bank rep soon to get that completed. But that was all I had under further business. Any questions on anything?
Nothing.
All right, thank you. That was all I had, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
This time I'll adjourn the retirement board meeting. And who we have on here? Amy from the Times News. Any questions?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
The questions I have are actually for Mark. With the cost of living increase at 0.4%,
Yes.
what does that equate to approximately in dollars? Do you know?
You mean by retiree?
Yes.
Well, that would be determined with what their benefit is. So it'd be difficult to give you a figure, or even give you an average, because there's such a wide range of retirement monthly benefits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about as a county on a whole? About how much will that cost the county?
According to our actuary, Amy, the cost for this is going to be applicable to the retirees who retired in 2019 and before. It would cost $160,999 to encompass that group of retirees. And again, it's a modest increase of 0.4, but I think the board obviously agreed today that it was something to grant. And I know that talking to at least some of the retirees, like any retirees, I think they certainly appreciate any increase that would be approved. So that's, and that is not our calculation. It's based on the Consumer Price Index as revealed to us by our actuary, Korn Ferry. So it's not something we just can make up or decide that on our own. So.
Okay. That is all I have then. Thank you very much,
All right.
everyone.
Yep, you're welcome.
Kelly.
Good morning.
Amy.
I had a question on parking revenue. Do you know offhand how much parking has generated in previous years annually?
We have the figures not here on hand, but we absolutely have them available through our parking director.
I think we can safely say it has been increasing over the years.
Yep.
Even this
Yep.
past year wasn't too bad
No.
because of the COVID, et
Yeah.
cetera. There were still quite a few visitors, even if the train is not running. So, yeah, it's
I'm
probably
having
not-
trouble hearing.
I mean, it was 400K plus
yeah.
parking revenue, but we can get you specific numbers, Kelly.
I would appreciate that. Is there going to be any change? Like, is there going to be, do you anticipate more or less with the parking kiosk?
Well, we would actually expect more revenue generation, not so much from the kiosk, but the fact that the ordinance had in place increase on weekend rates, if I recall, for full day parking. The 12, is that correct? From 10 to 12, right? But if you go to the parking portal, you will see the modifications to the parking fees.
Thank you. I just wanted to know overall revenue.
They'll be starting to take the meter heads out this afternoon. We're supposed to.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Melissa.
Oh, it's Ron.
It's actually Ryan from TV 13.
Okay, I thought she'd be on under your name there, Ryan. Sorry.
Any update with the COVID in prison?
I didn't see anything this morning.
No, the last would have been the prison board report from yesterday, and that is available on the commissioner's Facebook page.
Yeah, I forget what the numbers are. They did come down a little bit as far as the COs. They're starting to return
Yep.
now. And, you know, their past are 14 days, et cetera. So they're starting to return and
The doctor will retest all the inmates on 8 February. They'll be retested, waiting to ensure that they've had a chance and for the symptoms to dissipate. And
How big are these grants for the 911 center?
what's the question?
The grants for the 911 center, what do they kind of entail?
It's all on
Yeah,
agents and
They're listed in the.
service.
if you look at the agenda that is posted online, Ryan, at carboncounty.com or on the Carbon County Commissioner's Facebook page, those details are in the agenda.
Yeah.
I mean, just how important is it to get this money and to upgrade the 911 center?
Well, this is all under grant money through the through FEMA, through the phone charges that you have. I forget the new act that they're all paying, but that's where those fees come in. This one, I believe, is through the FEMA end of it, and it's the interconnectivity between the surrounding counties and Carbon County. So that's what all the fees are for. You see the next gen on there. I don't think we have that quite ready yet, the next gen 911, and that'll be the availability of receiving text messages, etc. So things like that, just maintenance, GIS, keeping that updated, and requirements. Just looking at this, if you see the one, number 5, carbon spool next gen data development, working together to, it's information sharing for the surrounding counties. If something happens in Carbon, and they'll be able to take control or assist through the other comm centers.
All right, that's all I have. Thank you, guys.
Okay, any other news media? Don't see any others. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Hey, Ron, if you're on good behavior, they'll open your microphone next week.
Yeah, yeah, just one more quick comment for the news media. We're canceling the Railroad Commission meeting for next week.
We should mention the special salary board tonight at 6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. By Zoom. You can go to the website and get the Zoom, and this will be setting the, it's a special salary board meeting to set the salaries of the elected officials for the years 24 and 25. So that'll be at 6 o'clock tonight by Zoom only. Any questions on that by the news media?
Yes, I have one, Wayne.
Yes.
It's Amy. Where do we find that Zoom meeting notice then?
Be on the-
We'll email you an calendar invite out to make sure you guys have it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right,
Oh,
yeah, I didn't know if we had used a new calendar inviter.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Hearing none. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you hopefully tonight.